feet, 3.5 inches tall, 13-year-old Nicole was the smallest athlete competing in any sport in Syracuse. Here she is competing in the finals of the floor exercise. Enjoy. So many great gymnasts. Olga Corbett at the start of her career, and Nadia Comaneci, when she was a doll-like figure. And now Nicole Kushner from Pennsylvania at the age of 13. 4 feet, 3.5. She'll be 16 by the time of the '84 Olympics in Los Angeles. It'll be interesting to watch her progress. Nicole's performance earned her a 9.70 and a bronze medal. But more importantly, the performance marks her as a strong candidate for the 1984 Olympic team and a force to contend with in the future in women's gymnastics. Nicole Kushner. But last weekend we saw the men's all-around and the team gymnastics competition. Now let's join Gordon Maddox and Kurt Thomas as they introduce the key competitors in the next phase of the competition, the men's apparatus finals.
Brian Meeker, the most successful performer in the men's competition, won the all-around championship and qualified for the finals in 5 of the 6 events. Ron Gallimore, considered the favorite in the all-around, did not do well in that competition, but remains the premier vaulter of this country, perhaps the world. Mark Costco, the miracle man of Syracuse. Because of his broken neck about 18 months ago, he has been the biggest story out of the sports festival. I talked to him earlier. Mark, January of 1980, great trauma in your life. You broke your neck while training at UCLA. What was your immediate sensation?
My immediate sensation was, am I going to be all right? I mean, I had paralysis at first, and I thought, wow, I really screwed up things now. But by the time I got to the hospital and everything, it was about a half hour maybe or so, the paralysis was all gone, and I was paralyzed from here down.
What move did you attempt when you broke your neck?
1.5 twisting 1 and 3 on the floor.
The move that Kurt Thomas used in the World Championships, yeah.
Yeah.
How long were you in therapy?
Well, let's see, I was in the hospital for maybe 2 months, and I went through traction, and I had an operation. They fused my C5, C6 vertebrae, and I wired them all together, and I went through a series of braces, and here I am.
Well, tell me this. When you're performing in gymnastics now, training or competing, does that ever come back to you? Do you have any problems? Do you get spooked?
Well, some days I don't know, I don't feel too good, and Coach knows, I talk to coaches, and it's mostly in practice, never in meets. I have nightmares once in a while, but...
Well, you're touted as one of the favorites here. How do you feel about that?
Feel pretty good, being my hometown. It's going to be exciting. First time I've been here in 2 years.
Have a good one, huh?
Thanks a lot.
By the way, that paralysis that Mark mentioned was beginning to subside by the time he reached the hospital. Here he goes on the ring.
And Gordon, if there's any event that's really going to affect his neck, it's this one, because you need a lot of neck strength and you need a lot of shoulder strength. Here it goes, dislocate, straight arm shoot to a handstand. Now that's one of the requirements on rings. You have to swing to a handstand. There's a back upright, straight arm shoot to a handstand. Now you notice he has very little swing in the ring. That's why they call them the still rings. Here's a whip it, through to an Olympic cross. It's a little different. Normally you see an iron cross, where his body's straight. There's a backward roll, and now he'll get ready for his press to a handstand, which is another requirement. And he does it with straight arms and straight body. Very nice. Now he'll prepare for his dismount. Does a giant dislocate to a handstand and a half in, half out.
Well, a fine routine by Mark Costo here in his hometown, where he has become really something of a local folk hero. The crowd really responds to his performances. Now he's going to need a 9.3 to take the lead.
Well, Gordon, let's watch that strength move again. There's the Olympic cross. He drops in, his shoulders are turned, unlike the iron cross where your body's straight.
Is that more difficult, Kurt?
I think it is. Here he does a back roll, right to an L, and get ready to press for his handstand. And remember, he does a straight arm, straight body press, which is extremely difficult. And it's difficult because he keeps his arms straight. It's very easy to do a hollow back press, which is a bent arm press. Now here's his dismount. It's a half in, half out. He does a half twist on his first somersault and a half twist on his second somersault. There's his high dislocate. Now here comes the half twist. Half twist there on the first somersault, half twist there on the second.
And a fine finish for Mark Costo here in his hometown. Remember, he needs a score of 9.3 to take the lead. And there it is, a 9.45. Mark Costo, now the ring champion of the National Sports Festival. Mark mentioned two parts to his rehabilitation, the physical and the mental. Said his dad threw him out of the gym this Christmas because he was so spooked. Tremendous for his mental recovery. The People's Choice here in Syracuse. Moment for 20-year-old Mark Costo. Comes from near disaster to now the ring champion at the National Sports Festival. That's his dad, Ron Casso. Oh, what a proud moment in his life. I'm telling you, looking around the crowd, I doubt that there's a dry eye in here. Incredible moment. And so in a tie for second, Brian Meeker and Brian Babcock, Matt Arnott finishes fourth. And a touching and proud moment for Mark's father, and of course for his mother, Sharon, too. She's with me now. How do you make peace with the fact that every time you see him in the gym, the same thing might occur again?
I never was upset or nervous about my children doing any kind of tricks before, because I knew that they would never do anything that they were not ready for. And now I really worry, and I get very uptight. I get uptight over Mark's new high bar routine. You saw it the other day, and I kind of hold my breath. But I do watch. Mark will not watch any of the other gymnasts do difficult dismounts or anything. And I think maybe sometime he's got to learn to deal with that, too, and start watching it, you know. I watch it because I want to know if he makes it or not. I don't want somebody to tell me, you know.
Ron Gallimore, son of the late Willie Gallimore, the great running back of the Chicago Bears. We're now vaulting.
Ron uses a Sukahara with a full twist in a layout position for his first vault. Now that's a cartwheel back in a straight body position with a full twist, named after Mitsuo Sukahara from Japan. And I tell you, in my opinion, this guy's the best vaulter in the world, and you'll see why in a second.
Well, he's won the National Collegiate Championships 3 times straight.
Well, watch the spring he gets off the horse.
He gets such explosive power off the board. What a landing.
Oh, I'll say, that was perfect.
Absolutely dead solid on his line. And look at the crowd respond. Everybody is on their feet. You know, this is a very knowledgeable crowd here at the sports festival.
Well, you see Ron's hand right there. He's got a little tape on it. That's because he injured it in the rings event in warm-up. So he had to scratch rings, and he also scratched pommel horse. So I'm sure he's pretty pleased with that vault.
Oh, for sure. He had such a weak showing in the all-around to come back so strong. Take it, Kurt.
Well, I said he does a Sukahara vault. Now watch this. It's a cartwheel back with a full twist off the end of the horse. And look at that height. Perfect landing.
Well, Ron Gallimore is out there taking a bow from the crowd because, well, here it comes. It's going to be a perfect score, a 10. Ron Gallimore gets a 10 in the vaulting. The crowd responds so strongly.
Now, Ron's second vault is the same thing without the full twist. He does a layout Sukahara vault. There it is. You have to do 2 different vaults. Another nice landing.
Oh, a terrific vault. With that slight hop, he probably can't get a 10, but it just might be the second best vault I've ever seen. Frank Endo, the judge, saying, yeah, nice vault, Ron.
Well, the reason he didn't use the full twist on the second vault is that you have to do 2 different vaults in this competition. It's the final.
Well, the average of those 2 vaults, of course, is the score that he'll receive. The crowd responding so strongly to a fine performance by Ron Gallimore here in the vaulting event. And there it is, a 9.9. Gives him a 9.95 average. What a day's work. Well, here's Brian Meeker. He cannot take first place, but a score of 9.8 would give him second place.
Brian's always been a real strong vaulter. He's a fast runner, and he gets a good lift off the horse. Here's a Sukahara full in a tough position. Little step to the side, but not much of a deduction.
Gosh, it's funny, by comparison, you know, it looks like a terribly weak vault. Normally, that might be a winning vault.
Well, it's very difficult to stay in that layout position, that straight body position. It's easy to get into the tuck because you can rotate much faster.
Well, of course, Brian has had a terrific meet. He won the all-around and finished in a tie for second on the rings. He's had a great day so far.
Now, his second vault will probably be a handspring front in a pike position with a half twist. He does a granny out. Now, remember, you have to use 2 different vaults in this competition because it is the final.
And he needs a 9.8 to take that second place.
Well, that's going to be tough to do, but he's a good vaulter. It's a good, strong, powerful run.
Oh, good heavens! Oh, I have never seen a vaulter take a shot like that.
I'll tell you, he's hurt. He is hurt.
Oh, my. Like, I can almost, let's see if we can hear what they're saying in there. He's in convulsion now, Kurt.
Someone said he's okay.
Like, how could you be okay after a shot like that?
No.
Kurt, what happened here?
Well, I don't know, Gordon. I think he overstepped the border. Yeah, right there, he overstepped the board.
Man, look at the way he lifts that horse off the ground.
And I tell you, he's lucky because in international competition, they bolt the horse to the ground, and that horse took a lot of shots.
Hey, I don't believe it, Kurt. Brian Meeker is getting to his feet. Look at this. He's walking. A week where the amazing has become routine. Good heavens.
Let's do something romantic.
He's in an EKG, then spent the night at nearby University Hospital, and he was released the following morning. Gordon Maddox talked with him.
Hi, Brian.
Hi, Gordy.
Hey, we got to ask you a few questions. What were you thinking about just before you made the second vault?
Well, I had just completed my first vault, and it was not, a great vault. It was my weaker vault. That's why I did it first. And second vault is the one I usually use in regular competition. And I was thinking of really just running as hard as I could. And I was really pumped up, really excited for the vault. And I wound up running a little faster and covering a little more ground than I usually do. So I wound up over-jumping the board, just caught the very edge of it, and slammed into the horse.
Did you feel the impact on the horse?
Definitely, yeah. I felt a lot of impact.
Did you lose consciousness?
No, I don't think I lost consciousness. I hit it, I staggered backwards, and fell down on my back, and then I'd lost my breath, and from then I just got a little, let's say, freaked out or something. It was a little scary for a while, but I don't think I really lost consciousness.
Well, the doctor said that today you'd probably feel like you'd been hit by a truck.
Yeah, I feel a lot better than I thought I would. I have a little bit of problem when I breathe very deeply, but besides that, I feel really well.
It's really nice to see you on your feet. We didn't think we'd see this today.
Yeah, I'm glad to be able to walk around and feel all right.
Brian Meeker, a very lucky young man.
Is the current American Cup Women's Gymnastics champion.